Hello and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. We'll resume our Forging the Onyx campaign. Last time, the party was contacted by a dark entity within these Lumbian Catacombs as they opened a secret door and were attacked by an ogre skeleton. Von Stuben was able to don what seems to be a ceremonial set of armor that was on the strange cross-like device that was in the room, along with the tabard that was on it. And they divvied up the loot at the base of this uh, small altar. They managed to make their way through the catacombs, fighting various undead as they went along, until they encountered a mostly entirely naked ghoul that gave them the most trouble out of the entire night, as he fought like a meth addict with an attitude problem. We'll pick up there with just after they had taken, let's just say they've taken a rest and they've been able to recoup all of their little things.
Slots and health and junk. Awesome.
Side note, I also managed to find an actual lizard folk that didn't look all green and robotic for Tread Scala.
Hey.
He even had a little shield too. All right, you're in a room. It's rather dark. The same kind of unfinished marble undressed stone that has been the working out through the rest of this entire room and catacombs. What are you guys going to be doing?
Yeah.
Let's we need to check that. Check the doors. Let's go bottom left first.
Okay.
Is there any reason we're not doing the upper left?
What?
Oh yeah. No, never mind.
You guys haven't gotten there. All right. It is a simple wooden door.
Is it unlocked?
It is.
Is it trapped?
Not that you can tell.
Can I make a check to be sure?
Sure.
Or
Roll a search or a perception check, I believe is the term in 5e. All right. To the best of your knowledge, this is not trapped.
okay.
It's just a wooden door.
I had to be sure, you know. Let's push it.
A closet or something, man. It can't be.
Yep, looks like a closet. What's in it?
Inside there are racks for storage. There's not really much of anything in there. It seems to be mostly broken pottery and dust.
Okay.
Nothing of value that we can put in our pockets to take with us.
Unless you want pottery shards.
No, I don't think so.
Let's go top. Is that a portcullis to the right here?
Yes,
right
it is a port. There is an iron portcullis on the eastern side of the room.
Okay.
That middle of the doors.
What kind of door is that?
Above it, it appears to be a stone door.
Okay. Is the portcullis, can I open it or anything like that, or?
It appears that it is. It doesn't seem locked, but it does seem to be heavy.
Okay. Maybe me and Tread Scala can get it together. And push and get it open.
Okay.
Should one of us roll with advantage, or?
Yep. Who's ever going to be doing this first would be rolling with advantage.
Tread, what's your strength?
+4.
Mine too, so it doesn't really matter.
You go ahead.
More. 20.
All right. So you go in, you try to pull it up, and it is This is solid iron and well made. It is heavy and thick, and you can't open it. You kind of get it up, and it's kind of raises out of its designated holes just for a little bit, maybe an inch, but you're strained too much, and you can't get it open. Although, since it is a portcullis, you can technically see through that, so I should probably open this up, because you can see for a distance.
Isn't there usually some kind of like wheel or something associated with portcullis?
You can see that there is a. Let me just get something to mark it here. There is a winch right about there.
Okay. You ready for this?
Should we
Yeah.
like? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Rope of climbing.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
command it to tie itself onto something.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm
I
gonna-
wasn't expecting that.
I'm going to stick my arm through the portcullis because I can see through it, right?
Yeah.
With the rope, I'm going to command the rope to coil it around the entire length of it. So I could just pull and pull and pull and get this bitch open.
Okay.
Until I get it open enough someone could crawl underneath and start opening it from the other side.
Okay then. So the rope of climbing slithers out of your grasp and wraps itself up and around a few times around the wheel. And you start to pull and pull and pull and pull. You hear the grinding of gears as the portcullis begins to rise, and it gets about a foot or two off the ground. And what are you guys doing?
Tread
Does
if
it
you
just
want. Yeah.
stop? Or...
No, I said I was going to get it high enough so that someone could go underneath
Okay.
and start opening it from the other side.
I was gonna say I don't suppose we'd be able to pull it up now that it's semi-loosened.
Or Tread could just hold on to Frederick and pull him and the rope.
Well, the idea was that I got my arm through this thing. So at some point, I can't pull anymore.
True. Okay.
So if like Tread goes underneath the door to the other side, like over here, he can open the door. I can take the rope back. We can all go through.
All right, I guess I can try that. Would I be able to squeeze through?
I mean, it's a foot off the ground, a foot and a half off the ground. It's not like you can't do it. You'll be able to squiggle underneath there. You're a lithe lizard folk.
I don't know. I'm pretty buff.
All right, so you make it underneath. You only get caught on on the spikes in the bomb once, and you manage to get it off. And you're now standing next to the wheel to raise the portcullis.
I yank it.
Okay, you just pull straight up from the wall, or you try to actually turn it.
I'm trying to pull whatever the lever, whatever
Okay,
was getting it to move.
To pull it properly.
Yeah.
All right, so you start winding the wheel, and the portcullis raises up into the ceiling and locks into place with a resounding thunk.
And lops off his arm.
I hope not. I don't have anything for that.
No, I would assume I'd do it slowly enough that we wouldn't have to worry about that.
I'm also assuming you guys are retrieving your rope of climbing.
I don't know. That seems pretty useless.
This is the greatest thing that we own.
Yeah, I think it is.
Speak for yourself. I hold up my ogre bone.
Ogre.
Shield.
What did I make?
We made
Javelin.
an ogre shield, ogre skull shield.
And an ogre javelin.
Which
Okay, so you
reminds
got the portcullis open.
Yes.
we need to find a rogue later. We do indeed.
I have a plan for that.
Okay.
All right, so run down the hall.
Oh yeah.
No, that's for we discussed this, guys. Like, quit relapsing. All right, what kind of door is this? Is it magically locked?
This is a rather thick-looking, heavy wooden door.
Is it trapped?
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
It's trapped. Perception check, I guess.
Yes.
11.
It doesn't look trapped.
Let's do it then. Can I try and open it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna open the door. Do the dinosaur.
Okay.
I'm standing right here.
Reflex save. Right? Let me guess. Reflex save.
Does a 25 hit you?
Crap.
You know, actually, just barely. It's like it's like 5 over. What hits me? Let me ask that question.
Right. As you open the door, a large scythe just comes from the side of the wall and attempts to cut you to pieces.
Oh, no way. A what?
I don't get a reflex save or anything like that, or
Yes, you can get a reflex save.
heck yeah, let's do it, because that's one of my strengths.
I don't know. I think it's your dexterity.
Ooh. All right. So let's say you'll take half damage for whatever the hell
Oh
this
yeah,
is.
thank you, thank you.
Not what I wanted.
I'm
Come
sorry
on,
for
figure out
that,
these
but
rolls. You take 11 points of slashing damage.
I'll take it. That's really a blessing.
Okay. The door remains open, and the scythe goes back into the wall, and you can
Is
see
the door
into the
open
chamber.
now?
The door is open.
Okay, I'll take it. That's cool. All right, let's go.
oh yeah.
Okay, so Trent, I'm seeing a yellow thing.
That was an accidental dot that I put there, trying to get the freehand to turn off.
I just wanted to make sure, you know.
Piece of gold lying on the floor.
Stuck in the walls.
And there inside there is a magical statue, northeast corner of the room.
Like where we are, or
Let me put a little token thing right about here. It's built into the wall, kind of like a one of those. What is it called? We
I got
asked the fortune, and it's just kind of there.
okay.
And there are
I'm just
and
gonna
there's
look at.
skull niches.
I'm just gonna look at our two like wizardy, sorcerer, warlocky,
Oh,
arcane magic guys. Like, you guys, you know anything about this?
I didn't memorize detect magic. I could probably do like an arcane knowledge or something.
I can do an Arcana check. I was just also going to cast Mage Hand to see if I could push it around a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see. Arcana. Oh, that's based on intelligence. We're screwed.
All right. As you are looking at it, you notice that it's actually kind of looking back at you.
Like
Oh.
following us, or
Yes.
Hmm.
can you describe like its features? Like, is it human?
It appears to be rather humanoid in its features, very generic looking, and it appears just to be sitting there waiting with its hands folded.
I'm gonna ask it a question. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask it how it is. Like, how are you?
It looks at you and it doesn't really respond.
What are you?
It looks at you and it doesn't really respond.
Is there a particular race that this sculpture is resembling?
It seems to be human, but it doesn't seem to matter.
Okay.
It's following us with its eyes. Something strange that occurred to me. I didn't know if the statue was actually a statue, or a statue was like a covering and somebody alive is hiding inside of it, and it has eye holes cut out where somebody is actually in it and watching us.
Fuck it. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it. Right on the nose. I'm gonna boop its nose.
It waves your hand away.
Okay, so it can move.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a gold coin. See if
It does not. It does not accept it.
That's okay. That's fair. I'm at my wit's end. Can I show it the amulet?
You can.
Does it react in any kind of way, or?
It points in the direction that you had been with that giant ogre skeleton in it.
Wasn't that back to the area with the strange voice, or no?
Yes, it was.
Is this thing one whole like statue, or?
It
How
looks
big
like
is it?
somebody. It's about 6 foot tall, but its legs end in a pedestal. So it's up until its waist, and the waist down is kind of like a plinth.
Could I try and move it?
You can try.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to kind of try and move it.
Is it female?
It appears to be male. You pull on it, and it feels probably 600-700 pounds. This is a solid stone statue.
Wow.
Okay. There goes my idea.
So I have it. Go ahead.
I failed to detect if there was anything magical about this. I don't know if
It's a moving statue.
it's
There's no
protecting
scripture
something
around it or anything?
hostile.
It doesn't appear to be any kind of script. There does seem to be something written on the base of the plinth.
Ooh, what does it say?
It will guide your way.
What is it?
The amulet?
It points to itself.
So it heard me. Okay.
Do
Interesting.
you know the way?
It kind of moves it. It moves its hands in kind of a questioning direction, pointing in multiple directions.
It knows the
It
way.
says, "Which way do you wish to know?"
So it speaks. Okay.
West, probably. We've been everywhere east, haven't we?
What's the most direct route out?
He seems to do a bit of thinking,
Oh, I have an
and
idea.
then it says north.
Thank you. I have an idea. Does anyone have any pen and paper?
I have a book and a scholar's pack.
A scholar's pack has paper in it. Paper and pen
All right.
and ink. So,
Do you want some?
yes, I have an idea for something.
All right.
All right. Could I ask the statue to draw us a map of the dungeon?
That is not my purpose.
But it's showing me the way.
What are you
True.
showing us the way to?
Where do you want to go?
If we had a map, we could tell you.
Just kind of shrugs and free folds its hands.
Maybe you should try clicking your tongue at it. That meme's a year old.
It reaches out its hand for the pen and paper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give him the pen and paper. I swear to God, if he throws it at me, I'm hitting him with the crowbar and a hammer.
It starts to kind of draw a little bit, and it appears to be. It takes a couple of minutes, and it hands it back to you, and it has a very strange kind of angular line, kind of like what's that thing that you play with the etch and sketch
Mhm.
almost, and it follows in a way that is, from your perspective, it goes up, then it goes left, and then it goes kind of down, left, up a few other times as well. And it makes kind of this weird hooking sensation. It goes from the point that it started, it goes left, then it goes all the way up, then it goes left again, then it goes up, left, down, and then there's this weird squiggle that kind of hooks around into a T shape. Then it goes up and over again. And it repeats this pattern until it ends at something that kind of like an up arrow that ends in an arrow pointing up.
Okay. I guess that's good enough for right now. I guess I'll take that with me and let's keep on moving. So we got this door over here on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
What it's a nice door.
It is a nice wooden door.
Is it
Let's
trapped?
Let's open it. Let's just open it. Fuck it. Just open it.
It feels stuck.
Do I need to say it or do you know what I'm going to say?
Crowbar.
Yeah.
All right. So you put the crowbar in there and bing, the door pops open and reveal area.
Yeah. We've been here
Okay.
before. Go
Yep.
up. What was this? That was a secret door, right?
That was the secret door, yes.
We went through the secret door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come back up to this portcullis.
Okay.
Or should we? Let's go back through the secret door and try and get the other doors open. Actually.
All right.
We already had that.
Hmm?
Yeah, no.
It is a pretty basic-looking wooden door.
Let's fucking get it.
Okay.
Kicking the door to the dinosaur. This will be an oh yeah door.
Okay. So you kick in the door, and it just breaks open, slams against the wall, and
Dinosaur.
oh yeah.
Now, if I'm looking at this, does this look like a large zombie or is it like human sized?
It's about human sized, yeah.
Okay. Let's fucking do it, bud.
Wait, what is it?
It's a zombie of something. I don't know if it's a zombie. I'm just saying stuff.
Can we
It
blast it?
It is a zombie, and that's not what I want to come back here. Okay.
I don't think we get a surprise round. I did literally kick in a door.
Oh, darn it.
Turns around, and
Okay.
let's see what that Let's roll for initiative. Yay!
Huzzah!
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, first rolls. Best way to start the new year.
Awesome.
Wait, what?
Yep, New Year, first D&D game of the year, first initiative, first battle.
Now one.
Okay. So, modified 20 for Tread Scala. 15 for what's his name? Lundgren. And modified 20 also for Yoan. But Yoan goes second because of athletics. And 3 for Frederick von Steuben.
I'm not here for a long time. I'm just here for a good time.
Okay, so top of the round. You see that the zombie has in one hand what appears to be a great club and a javelin in the other. It tosses his javelin at Tread Scala
Bring it.
and starts to shuffle toward Frederick. Okay.
I ain't scared of no ghosts.
This is a fleshy ghost. What does 13 hit your AC, Tread Scala?
13 does not.
All right, so the javelin flies at you, and you nimbly duck out of the way and hear it clatter behind you. Then
Oh crap!
it comes and swings its heavy club at Frederick. And I know that doesn't hit. And it just kind of, you dodge it and it thuds against the wall. And then it just kind of snaps at you with its jaws, trying to bite you. And it just kind of snaps right in front of your face and pulls back and just growls. All right.
This thing beat a 20 in initiative.
It rolled a natural 20.
Ah,
Damn.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Tread Scala, it's now your turn.
I'm just going to go right on behind him. And let's see. Should I transform?
no. Not yet.
I think I'll hold off for now. I don't have my page of animals up yet. So,
Okay, so
gonna
you are
take-
flank.
yes. I'm going to take my quarterstaff, one-handed.
Ram it up his ass.
I still get flanking because I'm behind him, right?
Yes, yes, you do.
Okay, so,
Alright, so that does hit. That does hit. It should. All right. So you
Johnny.
come up and you smack it across the back of the head, and it just kind of reaches back and rubs the spot and just kind of looks at you, kind of irritated, and then kind of snaps at you a bit. But you did some damage. It's just
I fixed it. It no longer says Junning.
it says Junning for me still.
Yeah.
I
That's
fixed
okay.
it on my sheet. It won't do that anymore.
Okay.
See if I hit it again now, it'll say bludgeoning.
There
Oh,
you go.
all right.
It
Okay.
just won't fix the old one.
Is that your
Uh,
what's the word? Is that your turn?
yeah, that's all I'm gonna do right now.
Okay, Yoan. It's now your turn.
All right, let's. I'm not gonna provoke attack if I try to move up one like that, will I?
No, you'll just be walking into its space. It won't be attack of opportunity.
If
All
he
right.
tries
And-
to leave his reach, then you would.
Okay, I'm gonna activate my lead song and try to do the attack here.
And what are you going to be using to attack him?
Go through.
Okay. Did. All right. That does hit.
Okay, cool. So now is there a way
Click
to
it again.
Huh?
If you click it again, it should.
Oh, click it. Okay.
In the chat, click the name.
There we go. You do 6 points of damage. All right. So you come up to the zombie. You draw
that's-
the seashell
the-
scimitar.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wasn't he trying to roll damage?
Yeah.
If you
You did.
click
I
on
see
the name,
6.
yeah,
Oh.
that's to hit again. If you
Okay.
click the name in the chat box, like that.
Okay. So you come up. You draw the seashell scimitar. The sound of waves crashing around you fills the air, and you cut him, and it's just this little cut on his arm. More inconveniencing than deadly, but
Yeah,
it still now has its attention.
I'm sorry to be this guy. It's not set up appropriately. It only did the +2. It didn't even roll a 1d6.
Mm.
Oh.
So your minimum
All right.
should
I'll
be
just leave
3.
it for now, I guess.
I'm sorry.
I want you guys to do as much damage as possible.
D6 plus 4?
+2.
Plus 2? Okay.
6 plus 2.
Hey, one more
Okay.
point.
Hey, it matters. It really does. All right, so it's still a minor cut. It's not at all lethal to it, and now it's. If I could just figure out how to move this. Oh, it keeps putting the guy's health. There we go. It turns. It's still in the same area. It turns toward Yowen. All right. Lundgren, it's now your turn. Unless Yowen's going to do something else.
No, I'm good.
All right. Lundgren, it's now your turn.
Okay, so if I move here, do I have clean line of sight on it?
Let's say yes.
Okay. I'm gonna cast because I totally forgot about this. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
because it does radiant damage.
Okay. Since he is flanked, you do have advantage.
Okay,
He should be flanked.
So that
So
hits.
yes, that does hit.
All
That's
right.
actually criticals,
Oh,
if I'm looking at that correctly.
So the flanking only applies to lizard guy and fighter.
Yes.
Yes.
oh. Okay.
Right, it fails its dexterity save and apparently takes 10 points of radiant damage.
If I set that up correctly,
All right, so
which I hope I did.
you duck to the side of the room and you summon the powers of your this is called your patron, and fire bursts out of the chest of the zombie. It burns into it, and screams at the flames looking at its chest, but it's not down yet. It's just very, very inconvenienced.
Wow. This is a badass zombie, dude.
Yeah.
It's definitely having some problems, but it's not dead. All right, Frederick, it's now your turn.
Righteous Avenger. 24. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
That's 16.
Okay. You come in and you cut him so quickly, it passes through the base of his neck, and it doesn't seem to do much of anything. And then the force comes in and catapults or cannons his head up into the ceiling, and you just hear this wet melon sound as it just completely obliterates like
Oh,
10 to
God.
20 feet up.
So he is dead.
He is very dead.
Okay. Good job, guys.
Whew,
job.
yeah.
Why can't long swords be finesse weapons?
I think there might be something for that, though. I think that's more of a scimitar thing because they can
Yeah.
be finesse weapons as well.
Scimitars and short swords.
And a rapier.
No one cares about the rapier.
Hey, I rocked that as a rogue. That was fantastic.
Yeah, rogues and bards.
Rogue.
Rogues and bards, only people.
You can reskin it and make it cooler.
Roguish bards.
I'm not saying it isn't cool. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm
I'm
just
not a big fan of it personally, but
I'm busting balls to bust balls.
All right, so you've managed to. Okay, you guys are leaving. That's what you're doing. All right, fantastic.
that's
Whoa, wait.
You
That
wanna
sounded
loot?
like there was something cool in the room.
Yeah.
We need to check that out.
What does Yoan sense
No,
with
this-
this
this ju-
passive elven perception?
There's quite literally just the zombie in that room.
Okay.
Did we make it through this door? Or... Yeah, okay.
I think we. Oh, you're going over there?
I was gonna check that out, but I'll go with the party. Check out this portcullis.
Ooh, portcullis.
portal.
That's not what I need. I need to be able to reveal this area. Boop. Okay.
All right.
You look through a. What is this? Yes. Yeah, there's a wooden portcullis in front of you. Very sturdy, very much in your way. And through it, you see what appears to be a stone door. Mere feet from it.
Is there one of those little like wall turny thingies to lift it up again, or?
Not that you can see in this little area.
Okay. Is there any way we could try and lift the portcullis up itself?
I mean, you can always try to lift it.
Does an 18 do it?
No, it does not.
Okay. So,
So
new
you
plan.
strain underneath trying to lift this wooden portcullis, but it is very heavy and very firmly in place.
New plan. Does anyone have a fire cantrip?
Sacred flame.
It's radiant, not fire.
All right, let's see what I got. I could do
How do you-
Eldritch Blast. That's force damage.
That's a good one.
Let's
That's a good one.
see.
Wait a minute. Can I try hitting it with my sword to see if that does anything to it?
It's wood.
You can try, yes.
Let's try it. Oh,
Okay, so you hit.
does a 22 hit the door?
I'm pretty sure it does.
I want to be sure, you know. So that'd be 3 force damage.
Okay, you cut into it and it blows up one of the things, even with the slashing damage, and it blows out a portion of it, but it's still standing
Okay.
and still firmly in your way.
How big of a portion? Just like fist sized?
Just like one little bar.
I push my way through and I want to just go ham on this.
Well, I say let's try Eldritch Blast real quick. Give that
Well,
one a shot.
I've got the Eagle Claw Talisman, which I'm pretty sure gives me extra damage on these things.
Inanimate
It does.
objects. Yeah.
It
yeah.
does, but at the same time, Eldritch Blast, like that's the ultimate kick in the door.
Okay.
That is a shape charge.
I'm going to put myself right here so that everybody won't be hit by whatever I'm doing.
That you think.
I hope. And here we go.
All right, so you do hit the door.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you summon the eldritch abilities that you have, and the air explodes in front of you, and it shakes the portcullis, and you see splinters fly off of it, but it's still in place.
All right, Tretzkala, you got it, bud.
Ah!
This is
All right,
all
you hit the quarterstaff against the
Plus
door,
5.
and it breaks a couple more. It's starting to bend in, but it is still standing.
I go at it again.
I have a hammer. Can I use the hammer too?
Okay, so you hit. you break another couple of bars, and it's starting to not look as
Could one of us fit
solid.
in at this point?
No, not really. None of the lower part of the bars have been broken enough for it to. All right, so you hit it, and you just break the rest of this thing down. In this shatter of falling wood as the portcullis tumbles to the floor after you hit it repeatedly with your magic stick.
Okay.
I just look at my quarterstaff and I say, "This is a good stick."
So here we are at the stone door now.
Okay,
Is it locked?
not that you can tell.
Is there any specific points on it that we can maybe press to get it to open, or no?
I said it does not appear to be locked.
Oh, what about trapped?
It doesn't appear to be trapped either.
Can we test it to make sure?
Let's open it. Just open it.
You push it open.
Smash the stuff.
Of course.
It opens up, and inside you see there's a zombie just sitting there.
Let me ask you a
And Here's
question.
the
He hears it. Okay.
here's the door open. It just kind of
Huh.
turns over.
All right. Gonna get right
Is
there
it-
for about 15 feet.
Is it aggressive?
It just kind of looks kind of
Sedated.
puzzled at the door open.
Hmm.
Now that it sees that there's things coming in, it begins to shuffle forward.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
With sacred flame again. Does that do anything?
That does not hit.
I was gonna say. I'm guessing the answer's no.
So you summon the eldritch abilities once again, and you will the fire to burst out of the zombie, and you just kind of feel it go yeah as it dies at the end of your fingertips.
Okay.
All right, now for a nice little roll of initiatives.
There we go. That's a respectable number.
Yes, it is. Okay, let's write these down again. So we got Frederick at a 19.
What in the butt?
Okay. All right, and we have a 17 for Basque. And then we have 15 for Yoan. And a fantastic 8 for Treadscala. All right, top of the round. Frederick, it is your turn.
Run up.
Hot damn.
Okay, that hits.
Critical.
That's 11. That's gonna be that's gonna
18?
be 18.
18. 7 force damage. All right. You cut into it, and the force pushes it through, and it takes 13 points of damage.
13.
Yes.
What?
Is it resisting?
The cuts don't really seem to stop it, but the force seems to be what drove power into it.
Okay.
You hear some crunching as the breastbone kind of caves in just a little bit.
Okay. But he's still standing?
He's still standing.
Other sword. Nope.
Oof.
That does not hit.
You never know. You never know. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna stand
Okay.
there.
The zombie kind of growls at you, and it lifts up its big club, and it swings at you, and it misses. And seeing that it missed, it attempts to bite at you, and it just snaps really uncomfortably close to your face, but it just kind of stands there and looks at you dumbly, kind of like someone who's probably haven't had a lot of sleep and is barely functioning, but still there. All right, Lundgren, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna oh, do I have clear line of sight from where I'm standing?
Ish, yeah, Frederick's kind of in the way. You can see.
Okay, I'm gonna move ahead just a little bit, kind of swivel myself around so it's clearer. All right. I'm an Eldritch
Okay.
Blast and Big Surprise.
All right, that does not hit.
Okay.
So you summon your Eldritch abilities, and when it just kind of misses and goes off into the corner. Kind of tussles what little hair the zombie has left as the force wave is just pushed by it. All right. Yoan, it's now your turn.
Whoa. Okay, Cloud of Daggers, that would kind of mess up melee combat for Frederick.
If I remember correctly, it creates a cloud of daggers that everything has to be attacked by. So yeah.
In a 5-foot radius, I believe.
It's like 5 foot.
Well, what kind of save is it?
Kind of what?
What kind of save?
Oh,
I thought it was a deck save.
You could also place it behind the zombie and have that go from there.
Oh, so he would be blocking, the zombie would be blocking it, yeah.
crap. No, that's not gonna work. False life. Oh, that's we don't want that.
It's concentration, 60 feet. It just says you feel the air with daggers. It just says a creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area. It doesn't mention anything about any kind of saving throw whatsoever.
Like area of effect, or yeah.
Since it's only a 5-foot area, I'll say that you could technically have it right on the zombie and just be the only affected.
Right. Okay. Cool. I'll do that then. Right. So cast at what levels? The only level I can cast. Okay, where are we at here? Okay, so I need to do 44.
Oh no. Sidebar. This is out of the Ralph was after the session tonight. You want to stay on a little bit? I can maybe help you get all that set up on there.
Oh, the yeah.
Or if Trent wants, he can give me temporary access to the character sheets, and I can put all that stuff in there. I do it for my party already.
I can do that. I can modify the character sheet to be okay. So Yoan, you summon your arcane abilities, and all of a sudden you see in front of you, Frederick, this hail of daggers appear, and they begin to cut into the zombie and take bits and pieces of it. Take some bits and pieces of it off, and it seems to take these hits quite easily, but it's kind of like when you're in it seems to treat him more like he was in a hail of insects than what would normally be a
He's irritated.
he's irritated, but he is taking damage, and he's just kind of moving as they cut into him.
Okay.
But he's not significantly wounded by that.
Right. All right. I'm done.
Okay. Scala, it's now your turn.
Oh boy. I'm far away. 10, 15, 20, 30. I can get up to here. Right? I guess I'm just going to swing my quarterstaff at him.
Okay. That does not hit.
Damn.
Let me check. Yes, that does not hit. So you come in and you swing at it, and you hit one of these magical daggers in the air, and just kind of bounces off, and the zombie just kind of looks over at the sound that it made against there.
All right. I don't think I can really do anything else. Let me check. Yeah, I don't feel like doing anything else right now.
Top of the round, Frederick.
Let's do this. Does that hit?
That hits.
Are you sure? I don't think it does.
That's going to be 20.
Okay, 10 points of force damage and 3 points of slashing damage, so 13. All right, so you cut into it. You cut into it with your righteous avenging longsword, and it cuts into his torso, and the force spreads him out, kind of like inflating a balloon, and it just kind of subsides, and it slips off your sword onto the ground with a resounding thud as it falls lifeless on the ground.
I'm going to stab it again, just to be sure.
Okay, you poke it, and nothing really happens.
Okay. Can we search the room?
Okay. There is a kiln on the western side of the room, and there's a bit of coal on to the right of it, in a box.
Anything on the body?
There is a great club and a javelin.
The warlock make anything out of that cauldron?
It's a kiln for making bricks, but okay.
Kiln.
It's a kiln for making bricks.
How
As
big is it? Like, how big's the opening?
Are you about to try to cremate this thing?
Maybe.
No.
It's a small kiln. Maybe a couple of bricks to be able to fit inside. Kind of like a small pizza oven.
I completely forgot about my feat savage attacker. I could have re-rolled my damage.
Okay, so it's a kiln. There's some coal. This seems a really weird place to be putting a kiln for bricks, I gotta say. I don't know. I don't know if it's meant to hide something.
Is there anything else in the room that would indicate the purpose of the room, or?
Not really. There just seems to be a kiln. There's some scratches on the wall, but it makes no sense. Like someone had written something there and then scrubbed it out.
Is there anything in it? Is it open or closed?
In the kiln?
Yeah.
There's just remnants of whatever was used in it before, in the heating part on the bottom where they would put the coal, and the area where they would put the bricks to bake.
Is it warm or cold?
Touch it and find out.
Can I use Mage Hand and touch it instead so I don't burn myself if it is?
But you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't be able to feel if it's hot or cold or not.
I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch the kiln.
It's very cold.
Okay. So that's another thing. I want to figure out if anything's been here recently, which apparently is not. So this coal in a box, do we want to like take that with us? I mean, I don't know if any of us have any use for that or not. So
Yeah, it's like blacksmith and stuff, right?
yeah.
It's just
Did anyone grab the great club and javelin?
Yeah, I have that stuff in my inventory. Do you want the javelin and the great club?
No, you can have it. I just wanted to make sure we were grabbing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been grabbing everything. Just
Okay. At least the javelin, because I think Tread can use those, and maybe you can too.
I can use any weapon.
Oh, that's right, martial or simple. That's right.
Beauty of being a
You
fighter.
fighter, you.
All right. Yeah, that's everything in the room. Let's check out this door.
okay. It is. All right. I just have to make sure my connection is still good because your port just disappeared. I don't know if I accidentally did something for that.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that was probably me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody's cam thing. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Connection
All right.
server has been interrupted.
Oh.
Okay.
There.
It is an unlocked stone door.
All right, open it up and go on through.
All right. Nothing at all bad happens.
That you know of.
Let's explore this open area first.
Oh.
Waiting for the other shoe to drop.
The floor falls out, you all die at the end.
What a lovely story.
For all you know, that could be it.
I did do that to one of my parties before.
For
Just
real?
'cause- Yeah, we were playing 3.5, and it was like the first game I ever DM'd, like first campaign.
Okay.
And so I let them get like game breakingly powerful, and so I just killed them all. Well, like I fucked up because I gave them the deck of many things. I let them
Oh
draw,
god.
Oh yeah, that thing's brutal, man.
and like three of the five people got wishes,
Oh man.
and I didn't understand the concept of you're supposed to fuck up the wish a little bit. And so I gave them exactly what they asked for, and one person, I think it was our barbarian, asked for eternal rage, and so his rage would never end unless he wanted it to. And he asked also for like a belt of cloud giant strength or something like that. So his strength was like 18, and then it became like 26 or 28. And so he just, whatever he hit died.
Right, yeah.
That's like level 20 stuff.
Yeah. And they were like level 6 or 7, and I'm just like, fuck it.
Okay, so you find a simple wooden door ahead of you.
Does it appear to be trapped?
No,
Or locked.
it is.
Does it appear to be alive?
Does it
No.
appear to want to bite us? Does it appear to want to bite us in the toe?
Alright, I'm gonna use the crowbar and see if I can get this door open. Right at the lock section, just like try and pop it.
Okay.
11. I doubt that does anything worthwhile.
You jam your crowbar into the lock, but you can't get it open with that movement.
Okay.
If you try it again, you might be able to open it.
Alright, let's one more time.
I'll
Tread,
assist.
if you want to give me a hand with this.
Yeah, I'll assist him with it.
Advantage 17.
All right, with your combined strength, you manage to pop the door open fast enough to accidentally hit yourself in the face.
It opens inward?
But it opens out towards you.
Okay. Wow.
So yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Alright, check out the room. Anything in there? Or...
In the very middle is a pile of bones, massive bones.
I kind of want to touch the bones, but at the same time, I don't, just in case something fucking weird happens.
I salivate.
I could cast Mage Hand and kind of push the bones a little bit.
You hear this weird drip, drip, dripping noise coming from Tread Scala, Frederick.
That's a little weird, but I'll take it. What about that door?
That door is a simple wooden door.
I'd like to make a wisdom save not to take the bones.
Okay.
Okay, I don't take them.
Wow.
Yeah, let's just let's open that door then.
Okay. It is unlocked. All right.
Got a lot of doors, man.
Yeah. You're a pain in the butt. As you open the door, and an arrow shoots out from the wall and just barely hits you, and you smell this very acidic smell as it goes by, and it thuds into the wall.
Okay.
Damn. At least we're not Vox Machina.
Oh yeah, doors.
This would be their nightmare.
Now I have to find a bunch of old people for you guys to try to kill.
What?
Oh, you know I will.
And the bottom part of the wall, there's a small alcove of a fountain of water, just by that door.
Can I
I don't-
investigate the water?
Yes, you can investigate the
If
water.
it's clean. What kind of check would that be? Like nature?
It would be a nature check. It's clean water.
I drink it.
You kind of weirded out, Frederick, as the lizard folk just reaches around you, sticks his long neck forward, and just laps up bunches of water from this fountain. You turn your attention back to the very strong wooden door in front of you.
And what about the door up top? Was that?
That was another strong wooden door, but it appeared to be unlocked.
I'm gonna go back to that one.
Okay.
And open it.
All right.
What happened to the other
You,
door?
you open the door. I need you to make a will save.
So wisdom. Boop. That's a 3.
You fail.
Yeah. Really?
Yes. You are now extended baned at 3rd cleric level.
Oof.
Minus 1d4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can somebody
And you-
explain to us Yutzes, i.e. me, what that indicates?
Bane is a debuff, so any roll he makes, I can't remember if that's every roll, but every roll is minus 1d4.
It's attack.
Wow.
It's saving throws. Skill
Is
check.
now currently at -1.
Okay.
At least it's the minimum.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Open the door. Go on through. Shake off the bad feelings. Sorry about the noise in the background, guys.
That's fine. All right. On one of the walls, you see scrawled in angry letters, "Death to the Southern Cross."
I take it I'm wearing the Southern Cross.
You don't know.
That's pretty fair. Um. Let's check out this door. Yeah, Dreadscala, you got
What's
it.
that door look like?
It appears to be a strong wooden door, and it is locked.
It's locked?
It is locked.
Okay. Man, I wish we had a rogue.
I mean,
You
do
and me
have the
both.
you have the fancy door of you have the fancy stick of door opening.
It is heroic quarterstaff.
You know what? I should just rename my quarterstaff the fancy stick.
Fancy stick
So
of door
I guess
opening.
I'm just gonna swing at it since I can't.
Fancy.
You know what? I'm gonna swing for the like. Is it like a doorknob, like a regular door, or like?
Yes, it does.
I'm
It
gonna
does.
swing for the knob and try to break it off, like break off the whole locking system and all that.
All right. So we'll say you have advantage for targeting that. Yeah, that hits.
+5.
You break off the handle, but the door is still locked.
I would like to try to shove my quarterstaff through the handle and pry it open.
Okay. You
Still
shove
an
it in,
attack, or-
and you shove it in, and you hear the handle pop off on the inside, and a good portion of locking mechanism as well. You just kind of carefully pry it open, and the door opens. There is a rusty wood cutting axe inside.
Interesting.
Throw that in the inventory.
I sniff it.
It smells very irony,
Blood irony.
perhaps.
I'll hang on to it for now.
Okay, you want it?
Rusty
Wood cutting axe.
wood cutting axe. Got it. That is very much my style.
That's an odd thing to keep in a closet.
Especially underground.
Yeah.
Okay. For expediency, let's go back to that other path. All the way over here.
Oh, all right.
I mean, that path just connects to the portcullis we couldn't get open.
Yeah, true.
What about down here?
Yeah, we gotta.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unless you guys want to split the party.
I think that's a great idea.
Oh, it
No.
never is
Yes,
a
it
great
is.
idea.
It's a fantastic idea.
It's a fantastic idea if we all want to get dead, which I don't.
I don't know. Dead sounds pretty fun.
Undead campaign.
Yeah.
Does that mean everybody's my minions?
Serve the lich. Serve the lich.
You find out that we are all the lich on the inside.
Do we
All right,
want to?
there is a wooden door in front of you, and it doesn't appear to be locked.
Open it. Let's go through.
What do I do when these colors are like over my square thing to rotate?
If you zoom, you might be
You have to zoom out.
yeah.
Let's see, open the wooden door.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Inside, you are met with nothing.
Another door.
Let's go through that door now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Two portcullises.
What do I know about this portcullis? What is it? What does it look like?
It looks like a wooden portcullis, and this one seems to be a bit more rough around the edges, in that it seems to have rotted a bit.
Let's try and get it open. Do you want a strength check or what?
Strength check. It
Well,
is
minus-
so old and busted that you just kind of pull it and it just pops out and kind of starts to fall on you, but you manage to shove it to the side with a loud clatter.
Okay. Through it.
As you walk into the room, you see this very
Oh.
angry-looking, very skeletal dog. And as it begins to walk towards you, it just kind of hobbles and falls to pieces, strangely enough. Like the magic that was holding it together was just too long in waiting.
Huh.
That's a hint that we've been taking too long.
All these doors. Let's be honest, though.
It
You gotta-
is really all these doors, though.
We got to figure out whether the doors are trapped or not so we don't get darted or javelin or magic flaming handed.
But if we don't check, then we'll just get trapped and be fine.
This portcullis is also severely broken. Has a man-shaped, almost lizard-shaped hole right in the middle of it.
So don't even need to do that.
And you just kind of break the rest of it down.
Awesome. Anything down here?
You see that there is a wooden door to your right.
Okay, can I open it or
It appears to be unlocked.
let's get it? Through the door into the unknown.
Whoa.
Fuck this dog.
Okay.
Light crossbow. Boom.
It just tickles some of the fur on its head as you miss.
Eldritch Blast.
You discharge Eldritch Blast into the floor at your feet, and you kind of are jerked back by the impact.
Okay. Yeah.
It seems to rush at you and makes an attack. It bites onto your armor and continues to kind of try to ragdoll you, but instead of doing it, accidentally cracks its neck. And this bite just hangs limp. And you have this wolf skull just stuck on your arm.
That's pretty metal.
Ooh.
Damn, that's cool.
You're kind of freaked out by it, but yeah, that's cool.
Is the skull still gnawing at him?
The skull's not still gnawing at him. It's just solidly in place.
Do we want to go back, check out the room with the other busted up dog before moving ahead?
I don't think so. I think we've spent enough time in this dungeon personally.
Starting to wear on you.
Yeah, it's a big dungeon.
It is.
Keep going. Fucking doors.
Everywhere. How else would they keep things out?
Guards.
Say nothing of the traps.
for the crowbar to open the door. I don't even know if it's needed.
You just swing at the remaining wooden splinters that used to be this door. The darkness and the long journey is starting to take its toll on you. That and the bane.
Yeah, definitely the bane.
This door is it's wedged stuck firmly, but it feels like you could probably break through it or unstick it.
Let's go for it.
You can't kick the door and it kind of moves it just a little bit, but it's still kind of stuck.
Chad, you want to give it a shot?
I just wail at it.
And you manage to break open it the rest of the way, revealing a empty hallway. Okay. What is your alignment? What's this? Tread Scala?
Alignment.
Alignment.
We'll say just neutral. True neutral.
Neutral good. True neutral. Okay.
True.
All right. Make another will save, Frederick.
Damn. 21.
You managed to resist another Bane trap.
Awesome. Awesome.
This part of the dungeon seems to be worn, like it was made earlier than the rest of it, and it was slowly added on to as the
Good adventurers always go left.
Was that good adventurers or dead adventurers?
Either or.
they're the same
Good
thing.
dead adventurers.
Eventually, they are the same thing, no matter what.
As you turn down the hallway, to your right, there's the base of a set of stairs leading up into the black void, and there is a door to your left. You hear shuffling
Stairs.
behind it.
Oh, I really want it. Okay, there's something that. Let's check out the other room. One last room for the dungeon. What's the door?
The door is made out of wood. It appears to have had a lock, but that lock is long gone.
All right, let's open it.
Okay. You open the door. You see very dim movement on either side.
Whoa.
Whoa, what are they supposed to be?
Me.
Oh, one of them. Yeah, okay. What about the other
Make a
one?
perception. Make a perception check, Tread Scala.
Wow.
There are things, and they're kind of scaly. As you walk in, the two lizard folk, as that's what they are, have pieces of their scales and missing. You can see into one of their rib cage, and it's kind of hissing at you. And I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
Whoa.
High numbers 16. That's reasonable.
Hey.
Big money?
Hey, nice.
Oh,
Look at
nice.
you, double digits.
Right. So we have 19 for Lundgren Basque. We have 16 for for Frederick and Tritska. Frederick going second because he's slow.
Fair. It's very. I do have full plate on, so
This is true. And then we have Yowen with a 9. All right, top of the round. It is Basque's turn. What are you going to be doing way back there in that tunnel?
Oh, I gotta get into the room first. This grayish guy, what's he wielding?
He has a spear,
Okay.
but you get in there.
I think I might be able to if each one of these is 5 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, you should be able to just get in.
Yeah.
Okay, so right by you. Right like that.
Let's do it.
Could I I know we're elbowed. I'm gonna shoot this guy. Let's do well, he's not undead. Oh, I forgot about that. Let's do
But they are undead.
they're undead lizard folk.
I said you can see it's some of their torsos.
Oh, I thought they were just massively injured. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to do Sacred Flame for the radiant damage. Does that hit?
Okay. Yeah, my mouse is not cooperating with me. All right. That does not hit.
Okay.
You summon the abilities of Sacred Flames, and you try to burn into it, and you feel the Sacred Flame die within your soul as the lizard just continues to kind of hiss at you guys. All right. Tertscala, it's now your turn.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
10, 15, 20, 25. All right. So I've got enough movement to get behind either of these guys from where Frederick is. But I would take an attack of opportunity from one of them, correct?
Yes. This is a very small room, and they do have spears.
All right. I'm going to go behind this guy and take an attack of opportunity from the other one.
Okay. So that is... I'm just doing some rolls. All right, he jabs at you and it misses.
All right. So bonus action, I'm going to cast a spell, believe it or not.
And if I don't,
Roll to disbelieve.
Flame Blade. Okay. And as an action, I can use it to attack.
awesome.
Advantage 13?
That matches his AC, I want to say. Yes, it matches his AC, so we'll say it hits.
Okay.
Ooh, you just
Damn.
cut right into his spine, and this huge burst of flame comes down his back, and he sinks to the floor, his entire spine just missing as he smolders.
Just a second. It doesn't add. It added extra damage for my strength. It's not supposed to do that.
Only 4, so I mean,
So it's still
17.
17. All right, so it manages to take this huge flame, and it gets back up, and you just see this broad flaming back standing up in front of you after hitting it.
awesome.
As
And
it turns around.
Shed light in the area.
It does what?
It sheds light in the area.
Okay, so the room is now a bit brighter, other than the light sword that Frederick has. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, Frederick, it's now your turn.
Okay, the green one that Tread just attacked, my regular longsword. Advantage is 24.
That does hit.
Okay. That'd be 8.
Okay, you swing and you just catch the base of his neck and sever the spine, and it collapses into the ground.
Okay, and the other one, Righteous Avenger, 13.
That matches its AC. Wait, hang on. That has a different AC if I remember correctly. Let me just check. Okay. Yes, that matches its AC. So it does take the hit.
Okay. And now I want to use my Savage Attacker feat, which means I get to reroll the damage and use either total. So that's 13 for the
Okay.
first one. Yeah, I'm going to use the second one with a total of 17.
Oh. Okay, so you cut into the chest of the other one, and there's just this huge amount of force that just pushes it backwards a step, and there's this kind of rather wide line across his chest that you've cut it with, and it kind of starts to hang down a little bit. One of its arms goes slack, as it still holds the spear.
Okay, and I'm just going to move up over here, try and
Okay,
open up the area.
all right. Yoan, I believe it's now your turn.
All right. So there's only one guy left, right? This purple dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try to hit him with my. I'm not gonna bother going blade singing it.
Okay, the matches its AC, so you hit.
Sweet. All right. Oh, we were having issues with this, right?
Yeah, you just type the 1d6 plus 2. That is bad luck, bud.
You draw the sword, the sound of waves crashing, you hit it, and you cleave its face in half, and it falls to the ground, dead.
All right, search the room or
the bodies?
All right.
yeah.
At this time, I really have to use the bathroom, so we'll take a short break.
Awesome.
And we'll return to the investigation and the looting of the bodies.
Excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious, excuse me.
Sorry. Before we got on officially, we were talking about, I was talking about how I was basically turning the internet upside down, trying to figure out how to fill in the Roll20 sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Because
if you on YouTube, I'm telling you, I watched it's the video series that I put up in the chat. It's called Roll20 Master Series. It's by a channel called Taking 20. They go in depth on everything. It's geared more towards a DM, but it is very nice.
I actually watched that whole series this week.
Huh.
And I didn't really get the answers that I sought as far as the sheet itself. The only thing I recall him talking about was the attribute section and how to do a macro and stuff.
All right. Well, after the session tonight, if you want, I can hop on there and we can take a look, and I could just try and answer any questions that you have.
Okay, cool. Oh, I gotta use the facility too. I'll be back in a bit.
This is gonna be good. Is Craig still here?
Yeah, he just muted himself.
I'm here. Back to the game.
All right. I was just about to spill some juicy details.
We'll tie just less. So.
I can leave.
Nah, you don't have to.
My Saturday night party has they're almost done with Lost Mines of Fandelver.
Nice.
Yeah, they got like 2 more major things and then they'll be good. And I'm going to take a small break with them and then gonna start them on Curse of Strahd.
Nice.
Yeah, I've already told them to expect to lose these characters. The character's probably gonna die. That's like the biggest thing I've learned about Curse of Strahd watching so many different playthroughs of it. Everyone's character dies at least once.
I'm pretty far into mine right now, and only one of our characters has died.
Like,
Ooh.
Two have died, but one was gone in the first session.
Jesus Christ, what happened?
Death House.
Who the fuck? I'm sorry, but who? Excuse me. Who runs Death House Session 1?
People.
That's like mid.
To be fair, he did know that he should have run and didn't. So it was his own fault. But
Running is always an option in Curse of Strahd.
yeah,
9 times out of 10, it will be the preferred action.
yeah, I single-handedly saved my party because I turned invisible when we got confronted by like a whole bunch of enemies. Everyone else was captured, but I escaped.
I played a Curse of Strahd for a little bit at a local store with a group, and we got lucky because I was playing a war cleric. We had a grave cleric, and so we had a barbarian who had a radiant weapon, and he went to go hit Strahd, and I gave him the automatic +10, so he hit. No matter what, he hit. And the grave cleric used like Path to the Grave. It made him doubly vulnerable to radiant damage, so he critted, and so he ended up getting like from his crit he got the double and then double that because of the vulnerability.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Nice.
it was like three turns in like the first round, and Strahd ran, and we're like, that's it. Even if we'd never beat him again, we've won. That's all that matters.
Nice.
We punked his ass out.
Speaking of undead, how about these bodies?
Funny thing, this was actually supposed to be the first room in the dungeon. I ran it backwards because I wanted it to be on the bottom.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's the entrance. It's not the exit. But yes, okay. So I guess we can get back into it. So you can search the bodies. Roll a perception check with advantage now that they're dead.
With an advantage now that they're dead.
All right. So Tridscala, you recognize these people. The purple one is Turos, and the green one is Targa. You haven't seen them in a while, but you'll never really forget your broodmate cousins.
Taros and
Yep, Turos and Targa. They had gone missing, and one of the reasons why you were wandering around in the woods, and looks like they met some sort of end down here.
That's very sad.
Yeah, it is.
Can I tell how it happened?
It appears they have been, other than burning one of them and stabbing and cutting into one of their faces, they appear to have sustained ripping and tearing and general combat wounds before expiring and being reanimated.
Can I tell how long ago they died the first time?
Make a nature check.
Can I make medicine?
Sure, you can make a medicine check.
I'm a little bit better at medicine.
All right. So you notice that the decomposition isn't as aggressive as the skeletons you've been fighting before. So it might be within the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
It is.
I suppose I'll say that out loud. And then I go to open this door.
Okay.
Just
Inside.
Turn around.
Inside is kind of a small kind of seating area. Someplace you would sit and warm up. There's a very small like hearth in there. Yeah, a stool.
Nothing special, just
No, nothing special at all.
okay.
Probably should feel the rest of these stairs.
Do we know where the stairs would go?
They appear to go up.
Okay. And what kind of floor is this? Is this like an earth floor or like a stone?
This is the same stone flagstones that you've been walking across the entirety of this dungeon.
Okay. Well, I can't do what I wanted to do, so I guess.
Mold earth.
No, I can't do that.
Alright, let's get up the steps.
Okay. As you go up the stairs, you come into a rough-hewn kind of tunnel. Much more rough, surprisingly so. And as you go, you follow it for several hours, and you come to this open area, kind of like a shelf or a plateau. And you see out before you this massive, dark area landscape. So far that even the low light vision that is given to you by the tabard and your dark vision cannot reach it. And you see in the distance these small little lights just arc up into the sky, and suddenly above you see a large kind of luminescent greenish blue stone just light up and create this kind of false sunlight. Before you see the city of Jargai, and you are roughly southeast of the position. Massive walls cast in shadow, and the ruined city lies before you.
Okay, so on this little map, where are we?
That's southern, yeah, right around there. There seems to be a few external buildings and pathways, but the rest of the city just seems to be massive, held behind these surprisingly high walls in this underground landscape.
It's still stone up here too.
It's still stone, yes.
Okay. Let's start going. Maybe start exploring these outbuildings right here.
All right, so you walk down the kind of like stone steps that are roughly hewn into the side. There's no safety rail. You make your way down to this pathway that looks kind of familiar, though the one that you came off of was similar to design to this. And I'm just going to create a small little movable box to represent your kind of location. Yeah, right there. As you walk along this this
Now,
area,
Are these houses or?
yes, these are like houses very large, very very urban, which you would normally be used to seeing above ground, but it's mainly made out of stone here because you're underground. There's no trees, there's no wood or anything else you would normally build with, and this seems to be common building material. It's very depressing actually because of all the darkness in it. It's all this dark stone, no variations whatsoever.
Um, are they abandoned or?
To what you can tell, even from the research before, the Lumbian civilization disappeared from the annals of history a good 200 to 300 years before. There just doesn't seem to be any reference to them after a certain point.
Okay. Then I would kind of want to like poke my head in, look at each of the buildings. It doesn't be each, just like a couple of them.
They
Get an idea of
seem
how they look and everything.
they seem to be residential. There's some of them are obviously more poor since they're outside of the city. Um, There's one that seems to be like a single roomed place. It has like a small fireplace, remains of what used to be a bed, an old stool, stuff like that. And another one, it seems to be a little bit better off and has multiple rooms. And one seems to be more like a sitting room or a place where you would communally eat.
Okay. Um, excuse me. Goodness gracious. Anything of interest that would potentially catch my eye or anything like that?
Not with these buildings. Some of them do seem to have sustained some sort of damage, actually. Some of them are broken in, some of them are scorched for some reason. Others are just seemingly untouched.
Okay. Okay. It's I don't have anything else unless you guys want to check anything out or.
Might be more interesting if we get past that wall.
I agree. I agree. Just, you never know what's on the outside. Yeah. Let's make our way to the wall.
All right, so you walk by rows and rows and rows of just streets. It's like London had diarrhea and everything went everywhere. And some of the places are filled with rubble. Some of them are not. And as you reach the what you can only assume to be the main front gate, you notice that there are immense splotches of like dissipated energy and soot on some of the walls. Like massive explosions happened against them, and you find a lot of just walking around. You can see the remains of arrows, such as arrowheads and rotting wooden shafts, and it seems like there was a significant conflict that went on here and at least on one of the one side on the left hand side of the gate, there seems to be uh, paint painting an enormous symbol on it, several feet high and several feet wide.
What's the symbol?
It looks like the symbol on your necklace and on your tabard, but in reverse.
Like upside down or?
Just upside down. So instead of having the long crossbar on the top, the long crossbar is on the bottom, and the smaller crossbar is also on the top. Just flipped over.
You might want to hide those, man.
No. No, I'm not gonna hide them. They're given to us for a reason. Be proud.
You feel the necklace kind of start to pull in a northeasterly direction.
Let's get through the gate and follow the necklace. Hasn't led us wrong so far.
All right. You enter the gate. These walls are a good 10 to 20 feet thick. These are what you would consider impenetrable. These are in your day and age, Frederick. You've seen a number of fortresses in your time, just not one to the massive scale that this one has. You couldn't imagine a force being able to even be fielded by the Empire to be able to take this place as it appears to have been done, let alone assault even a third of it. Inside, you follow the main thoroughfare for a bit, and you notice everything seems rather quiet. There's not a lot of movement. There's not a lot of ambient noise either. Come on. All right, fine. We'll make it larger. And you continue to move along, and some of the places seem to have been cleared out of rubble. Some of them have this strange kind of greenish fog going over them. You take several hours and to following the what you feel to be the pull of the necklace through several side streets, actually, towards a what appears to be another wall within the wall, leading you up to another large gate again. Not only with this reversed symbol painted on it, but also kind of a scarecrow like macrame uh, painted on the side of this gate that has clearly been broken in and burned at least once in its lifetime.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw my swords, be ready for whatever, and step on through.
Okay. Come on. That's why I'm going to put that on the map later, then I won't be dragging it around. Yay. Okay. You come in, there's a massive castle, and you see written in a strange language, written above the main entrance to it, a name that it appears to be written in an Elvish script, but it is not in Elvish.
What is the name?
The name is Hoter.
Hooter.
Yes.
Sounds like a real hater.
Hey, the necklace pulls you towards this gate.
Let's keep going.
Following the direction of the necklace, you make your way into this rather nice-looking foyer. It's got a large staircase in the middle, and there's seems to be evidence that something or someone had been living there in relative luxury. The necklace directs you to a side passage, and you follow it down these steps that are better dressed than what you were in before, and you find yourself going down into the basement of this building.
Dun, dun, dun.
Another dungeon.
Holy cats. Oh, no, we're just really huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna find another lizard man thing because I actually had one before, so that Tootscala can go around.
And these are the steps going down.
Yeah, man. No, I don't need lizard men that are dismembered.
Oh, oh man. Okay. So these are the steps we just came down.
Yes.
All right.
Top path or bottom path, guys? What do you think?
Bottom path.
Let's
That's
do it.
that's just my vote.
Okay, I almost got a. There we go. What? All right. Okay, Trinska. All right, you should be able to control him now. Okay, come on. All right.
Huh.
If you're having trouble, hold Alt when you move it, and you'll be able to set them differently.
Oh, yeah, cool. Sweet.
Now there's actually lit torches lighting some parts of these hallways.
Good.
That's helpful.
All right. Left or right, guys?
Oh,
Guess that answered the question. Let's come down here and investigate this corner. Anything?
And it appears it's just a solidly built dead end.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Alright, keep going this way then.
There's a heavy, musty smell that fills the air as you go through what you can only imagine is a dungeon. Like a proper dungeon. Yeah.
Nothing of interest.
Nothing of interest at all.
Okay.
As you continue to walk through the place, you hear it sounds like distant sounds of movement, but you can't really nail it down. You encounter, I forgot to actually get up my little cheat sheet for this. You encounter a portcullis of unknown origin. Just let me pull up a few things. Da-da-da. Come on. Sorry about this. It's taking just a little bit. What? Come on. Come on. Opening yet another extra set of. All right. You encounter a wooden portcullis.
is it trapped?
It is not trapped that you can tell.
Does it have a lever or anything?
What?
Does it have a lever or anything?
Yes, it does.
On our side?
Yes, it does.
Pull the lever, Kron.
So you open the lever and it raises up into the roof of the dungeon,
Easily?
revealing an empty room. Your favorite thing ever, I know. On the opposite side, you are greeted with a wooden door that is very locked.
Let's get it open. Crowbar.
Okay. Strength check. You easily just pop open this doors. You've probably opened more stubborn doors in the last place more easily. Okay.
Alright, let's take this path and then come back.
Right.
Take a look to the right.
You
Oh,
find a staircase that is completely and utterly filled with rubble.
Huh.
It leads
Oh.
downwards, but it is just complete rubble.
Let's spend 6 hours clearing it out.
I was gonna
Sounds like
say
a plan.
it's too shabby for use.
There appears to be nothing in that part of the yet another dead end.
Oh,
Returning back to the other door is stuck.
Crowbar, get it open.
Okay.
Nope, that's a complete opposite of last time.
You manage to smack against it, and it does come undone. And it kind of creaks open, rather ominously, if you ask anyone else. And inside, you see a very well lit interior. You see to your right this goblin. He's crouched in the corner. He's got a shield up in front of him, and he's got a spear. As he lays eyes on you, he screams aloud and he rushes towards you and tries to shish kebab you.
Nope, not gonna work.
Yeah,
oh, sir, I don't like it.
do not want. Attempt to stab you, and it just glance off of one of your shoulder pieces, and almost hits Treadskull, but he recovers and turns to face you, hiding behind his shield.
Okay.
All right.
Can I
It's time for
retaliate?
that.
Initiative, okay.
It's time for some fun initiative. Roll low. I didn't mean that literally, Frederick.
You ask, I deliver. Look, Ralph did it too.
Oh man.
Okay. Okay. The goblin is sputtering curses at you in a tongue you don't really understand, but it's vitriolic enough to understand that they are actually curses.
That's just rude.
Interesting.
All right. Top of the round. Tread Scala.
Okay. Quick question.
Yes.
Would dinosaurs be a viable transformation?
Do you have the hit dice for it?
Oh, I can do it. The one I'm looking at is a challenge rating 1. I just want to know if they're in the cards, just because this world.
I mean, there's lizard folk and there's dragons, so.
All right. I'm gonna turn into a Deinonychus.
What in the hell?
Like Jurassic Park raptors.
Okay, you'll have to help us.
All right, just like a velociraptor. Okay, so we'll just say that your current lizard man is going to do that because I don't feel like finding another thing for you to use.
I'm gonna swing around here. And
He kind of follows your movement.
I just have to adjust my tiger stuff real quick. Do the attacks.
He seems to be covering himself very well with the shield and spear. It's not
No,
like he's flailing it around. Yes, you do get advantage since you are.
Sorry, this is just going to take a second.
It's okay. You at least aren't in that other dungeon.
That is true.
So he's well trained.
So the good news is that
Mm-hmm.
I get 3 attacks as a Deinonychus. The bad news is they have less chance to hit. Do less damage.
So you're just kind of flailing at it.
Yeah. Could have done this before, my bad.
I was gonna say, are you gonna do attack?
Yeah. Okay. With advantage?
The advantage
23?
that hits barely. 3 piercing damage.
And let me check real quick which ones. I get 1 bite and 2 claws. So,
Okay.
claw, 17.
That does not hit.
17 doesn't hit.
He
Wow.
catches the
Okay.
22 does hit. All right, slashing damage. Okay. So the first bite you make at him catches part of his shoulder, and you kind of tear a bit out. The second claw comes in, he's ready for it. He stops it with his shield, but he's totally surprised by the other one. It drags across his face, leaving the right side of his face to be this bloody mess. But he can still see, and he can still fight.
Okay. That's all I can do.
All right, Lundgren, it's now your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I think we're gonna do. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna go. I gotta make sure I have a line of sight and junk, so I'm gonna move right up there. Turn this way. Cast poison spray.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Let's see.
Okay, is that a dexterity saving throw?
I was just gonna check that real quick. It's a Constitution throw.
Okay.
Of course, now I have to press the button, which I will do.
Right. DC at 14. I actually had something for this, but just pulling that up real quick. Stats. Damn it. There we go. I believe in you. Okay, he does not. And he takes poison damage, 11. Cooperate. All right. He dies. Just this huge spray of poison goes into the back, and he starts coughing and spluttering and just collapses onto the floor.
Wow. Didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah.
It's a bit much, but it does it.
Yeah.
Do we find anything on the body or?
You do not. Oh, sorry. You find a spear and a small shield. This is like a regular shield.
This goblin was alive.
Yes, he was alive.
I eat some of it.
Okay, then. What do you do now? You see Shred Skull just lean forward and just take an enormous chunk out of this goblin. Start chewing happily.
I'm probably gonna make a note to myself to talk to him about what he puts in his mouth. Yeah, let's go check out this bottom right hand side door.
You find that the door is unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
and you push it open.
Yeah.
Inside, there's also more light. And you just see in the corner that there is a goblin waiting for you.
I'm gonna bum rush him. Bum rush.
Right
Take it.
as you enter,
Oh, go ahead.
right as you rush in, another goblin that you hadn't seen in the corner rushes in at you and makes a strike at you.
If he's gonna take a strike at me, then I'll just stay right there and won't move.
Okay. Swings his pick at you and it just glints off your shoulder piece, and he seems kind of irritated by this, and he just kind of chatters at you.
Okay. Do you think I could get a swing out in retaliation, or
Yes, you can.
does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Okay.
You swing and he catches it on his shield and just kind of hisses at you.
Okay.
Okay. Roll some initiatives.
Huzzah! Now, would I use my initiative or the Raptors?
Use the Raptors initiative.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it would be your initiative because that carries over if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Okay. It's an 11.
Gonna go Jurassic Park on these bitches.
Oh my God.
Distant raptor noises.
Chattering, roaring.
Okay.
I'd do raptor noises if I could make those noises, but I am no good at that.
Huh.
Okay.
But Tread Scala, he does raptor noises. He's doing all the raptor noises.
Okay. Okay. The top of the roll, Chet Scala.
Okay. Now, I would like to use Pounce if I can. It's 20 feet to this guy. I would take an attack of opportunity, but I'd be able to do a Pounce, right?
Yeah. You
Or
also
would
have to
that
push
corner-
by Frederick.
Oh, Frederick will move happily out of the way.
Straight up Raptor Pounce. What attack do I have to hit to use Pounce? If it hits with a claw attack on the same turn. So I get 2 claw attacks, so I get 2 chances at this.
Okay.
So I do get an attack of opportunity as I run over.
Oh man.
And that's an 8. I don't think that hits your AC.
No. So claw 1, no advantage, 16.
Okay, let me check to see that. Matches. So that succeeds.
Okay. He's got to make a DC 12 strength save or he's knocked prone.
Okay. DC 12, strength save. That's the 3. And you just knock this poor goblin down to the ground.
Okay.
Get the fuck out.
Now I do get advantage. Another claw. Oh man.
You swing down with that claw, and it just bounces off his shield that he has over him.
And now for the bite. 18.
That still doesn't hit. As you bite down, he shoves the head of his axe into your mouth to get you to stop, and you pull back, but he retains his axe.
Now the good news is because of Pounce, it says I can make 1 bite attack as a bonus action, so I get a 4th one.
Nice.
Wow.
God damn it!
You bite again, and he just kind of just punches you in the face with his shield. You feel kind of insulted.
I hiss.
he just sticks his tongue at you and hides behind his shield some more. Alright.
When he dies, I'm taking his tongue.
Okay, Lundgren, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to step to the side of Frederick here. Turn
Okay.
around. And poison spray again. Now for... I was going to say, so for a dexterity or constitution throw, sorry. It says a constitution saving throw.
It is on his end.
Okay.
It's a 14, if I remember correctly.
That's what this says.
Okay.
What I dragged over, I'm not certain if it's correct or not. I'll have to look it up.
Y'all have to roll now. Okay.
Yep.
You spray poison at him, and he just catches it all in his shield, and he kind of huffs and puffs a bit, but he resists.
Okay.
Boo.
Is that it?
That was my action. I don't have a lot of junk I can do with bonus actions. I'm only saying that because I don't have access to any spells that I can use as a bonus action.
Okay, now it's Frederick's turn then.
Okay, this one who's right here with me, take a swing at him.
Okay. That does not hit.
And the second one.
That does hit.
Savage attacker, just to see. I'll take the 12.
Okay. You cut him really deeply across his chest. You manage to get by his shield. And his blood sprays against the wall on the side. And he reels from the attack, and he's looking pretty bad. And he just kind of chomps his jaw at you and hurls some more goblinic curses at you. Okay.
And he's still alive, right?
He is still alive.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be my turn then. Well,
Okay.
I'll do like the 5-foot step over here so I'm not blocking the doorway.
Yeah, the goblin that you knocked to the ground, Treadscala, he gets back to his feet and he is going to try to attack you.
Okay.
What's your AC?
15.
All right. He swings his axe at you and it just bounces off the scales, and he's kind of irritated by that, and he chatters something at you. You can't tell what it is, but he realizes this, and then he says he's filthy beast in common.
Says the goblin.
Says the goblin. Yeah. Okay, now it is Yoan's turn.
If a raptor could chuckle.
Alright. I'm oh man, I was gonna try to deal with that guy in the lower right, but I don't wanna Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna attack this guy.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum. Buddy, bum. Okay. Oh wait, I gotta crap.
Hits.
Wait, did I hit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
19 hits.
Okay, so
1d6 plus 2. If I remember correctly. Okay. So you draw the sword and you cut into his upper shoulder, just around his shield, and you hear the crashing of the waves of an angry sea as you cut him. And he reels back and clutches at his arm, and he's looking really weak, and there's a decent pool of blood at his feet.
okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm set.
Okay, so with like the last of his strength, the goblin in front of you swings the pick in his hand, and it just barely just grazes the air in front of him. He's super weak. He's not having a good day, and he just swings and misses, and that ends his turn. Tetskala, it's now your turn.
Okay. 3 attacks.
That hits. 15 or 13?
13.
That's a 13.
Attack number 2, I do not have advantage because he's standing now. So I'm guessing an 8 misses.
That is correct. That misses.
And number 3, I think a 22 hits.
That does hit. Okay. So you go at him, you take a bite out of his shoulder, or bite at him and tear in, and it just sinks into him, and you hear kind of try to hold back his scream, and then you rip out and take a decent piece of flesh out with it as well. You claw at him, but it catches his axe, and it doesn't cut into him, and the other one catches him right just behind his left knee joint, and tears a good gash right there. He staggers back against the wall, bracing himself, breathing heavily and holding his axe out in front of him to try to ward you off. Okay.
That's all I got.
Lundgren, it's now your turn.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to attack the dude right in front of me, of course.
Okay.
Wondering if I should do melee or not. Oh, melee sucks.
Melee suck.
Well, at least for me it does. It's terrible. You know,
When you're trying to do all that stuff that you're trying to do beforehand, when you're trying to get the best melee weapon ever.
Yeah, well, it still kind of sucked. Maybe I should just take my scythe out and try to whack this guy just once, just for fun, so I can say I tried. All right, here we go.
Okay, that hits. Okay, so you finally bring into play that one unwieldy scythe that you've been carrying for miles and miles on the road. You bring it up and you just sink the entire blade down through his collarbone, all the way into his body, and he just collapses to the floor. You have to really put some effort into getting the blade out, and he just dies. And he's still propped up against the wall, just standing there kneeling in a pool of his own blood. Okay.
They're both still. Oh, wait. Okay.
That does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Frederick, it's now your turn. Frederick.
Sorry, I spaced out for a second. I apologize.
That's totally fine.
So the goblin behind me is dead.
Yes.
Check the distance. Yeah, more than enough space. Just gonna come down here and take a swing. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Ah,
Can you savage attacker? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. So 10.
All right, you come in, you cut down, and you sever his arm at the elbow. You bring it back up across his throat, and the force just slams him bone jarringly against the wall, and he just collapses in a heap. He is dead.
Okay.
that'd be my next question.
Let's search the room and search the bodies.
All right, you find a war pick on the one goblin leaning up against the wall, and a battle axe, if I remember correctly, on the the one that you just had killed.
Okay.
And yes, Treadscala, you do take his tongue.
Yes, I eat it.
See, man, always with the weird shit.
No, make sure you put it. No, make sure you put it in your inventory with exact specifications. Now, Tread.
As long as the inventory is my stomach.
Oh, I'm gonna pretend I never heard that.
How are you now?
That's why I said pretend.
Okay, what are you gonna do now?
Anything in the room at all besides the bodies?
No, it looks like they've been sitting here guarding the place. There's a couple of stools and a place where it looks like may have had a meal at some point, but there's not much.
Which of the 3 paths north should we go?
Wait, is there a guy coming up the stairs?
That
Oh,
is
that's-
the bard sprite. I made this man. He was still playing.
Oh, okay.
He's not playing anymore?
He hasn't shown up, so I'm assuming he's following you guys. He's just not getting any levels.
I run up and sniff this door.
It's stone. It smells surprisingly good.
That's what gets me about the rest of this. It's really well maintained, guarded by things that seem to have been trained in combat. These aren't just mindless shamblers.
You're a mindless shambler.
Hey, just
What?
because I made a bad deal or a desperate deal with a patron doesn't make me any less of anything than anybody else.
Oh my.
So
Okay,
it's
good.
a door, you said, a stone door?
It's a stone door.
Now it's established that raptors can open doors.
Okay, you kind of push it with your foot, and it creaks open, revealing a hallway.
I love this. This was the best decision.
You smell something as a raptor.
I let off a little raptor noise to let everyone know I would like their attention.
It smells like it's coming down. Smells like it's coming down from one of the hallways.
Follow your nose, Tread. Follow your nose.
Oh, okay, that's helpful. That
Yeah, it smells like
eliminates.
it's coming. Smells like it's coming from the left. The smell's getting stronger. There's a
Oh,
dead goblin on the floor.
How dead?
Very dead.
How
Recent? Long time
What?
ago? Recent? Like
Um,
today? A couple weeks?
maybe a day or two.
Seeing this dead goblin, can I just look around, look up, look down, left, right?
It
Anything
looks
that
like it's been stabbed to death, or maybe
Okay.
cut. But there's looks like somebody just kind of killed it and left the body there.
Okay. Anything interesting on the body?
You find a key actually.
oh,
Okay.
that's helpful.
I'd like to sniff the door.
All right, so you sniff the door. It is wooden. It appears to be locked.
I'd like to try the key.
The key does fit.
All right, let's open it up.
Okay, you open the door, and you see waiting there an orc who's kind of puzzled that this door that's locked has been opened.
May
And
I
he
pounce?
turns.
Bum rush.
You may.
Just double checking. I have to hit with a claw. 16?
16 does hit.
Okay, DC 12 strength.
Okay. He resists. In fact,
Okay.
you feel a little bit of pushback from him.
Another claw.
Okay.
And he's got to do it again because these are
Boom.
like 2 claws on the pounce.
And he's knocked down by that.
Awesome. Which means I get advantage on the bite. God damn it, it doesn't matter.
And you bite down, and he just kind of punches you in the face with his shield as you come down, catching you right on the edge.
I hiss at him. Like
He says, save it for later.
Like the raptor that got snapped at in the kitchen in the first Jurassic Park movie. That hiss.
He kind of spits at you.
I spit back. And it's bloody because I just ate a bit of goblin.
Okay.
Oh, right.
some-
He's knocked down, so I get an extra attack. Extra bite. I forgot about that. God damn it. I mean, it is advantage, so it's not the nat 1, but...
So he again, you bite and you miss him, and you just kind of like kiss the floor, and he just kind of smacks you in the side of the head with his own head, and you feel even more insulted as you draw back, like, oh my god.
I just shake my head. All right, that's it.
All right, let's roll some initiative.
Guys, I have a new favorite form.
Really? Huh.
I mean, I miss a lot, but I get 4 chances to attack. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is, actually.
Assuming I can knock somebody prone.
Sure. Sure thing.
Okay, so we have an 11 for Yowen. We have a 9 for Tread Scala. We have a 7 for Frederick. We have a 1. Dun dun dun. Hopefully that's the only one of this fight. For Lundgren Bosk.
Yep.
All right. Top of the round. The orc gets to his feet. And he says, big green thing doesn't know what it's getting into. And he attempts to stick you with his spear. Or his javelin, actually.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
Big green thing doesn't know what it's getting into.
Ah, okay.
The 17 hit you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So he stabs into your chest, and you take 5 points of damage from his spear, and he rips it out and spits more at you and kind of beckons you forward.
No problem.
All right. Out of the darkness rushes another orc at the sound of this fighting, and he swings. He sees Lundgren, and he swings this big axe, this two-handed axe at him.
Huh.
Huh. Okay.
And he just cuts into the wall in his his excitement at hearing noise, and you just almost crap your pants as this huge blade nearly takes your head off.
Constitution save.
Can I overhear any of this, or
You just hear this enormous impacting thud as you hear something hit against one of the walls. And you hear the yelp of Lundgren in the back part of the where you've come from, outside the room.
Well, that's different.
all right?
It is.
hopefully it's enough to signal me because I'm gonna go back and.
Okay. Yon, it is now your turn.
All right. Where's my? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do my blade song for this guy. So my to hit is working, but
All right. You managed to hit with that.
oh no way! All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you once again draw the scimitar and the sound of the waves crashing, and you cut him right across his mostly bare chest, and draw the blood, and he just kind of like, what the heck? And he grunts in surprise as you see this um, orc man with a giant axe standing in the middle of the hallway. All right. Tutskala, it's now your turn.
All right. 3 attacks. Wait, did Frederick go?
Frederick's after you. He rolled a 7.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I got a surprise attack. Or attack before we started initiative. Right.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
That hits.
7. Claw number 1.
That also hits.
Woo! Good damage. Claw number 3. Or 2. Damn it.
That also
Can't
hits.
count.
Okay. So, angered by the cockiness of this orc, you just come in and you just bite down on one of his arms and tear off a good chunk of flesh on his forearm. And you come in and you just scrape him across his body, shredding his armor and leaving huge tracks across his chest. And he reels back and he's reconsidering his cockiness as you advance toward him, and he recovers just barely.
I'd like to just swing around him this way to just like raptor circle.
Okay. Frederick, it's now your turn.
Okay. Rush up over here. Righteous Avenger. Does 8.
That hits.
Okay. Savage Attacker. We use the 15. 11
Okay,
slash.
so you come in and you just shove the longsword into the side of his rib cage, and you hear the boom as all of his organs on the inside kind of are liquefied as the force just expands his chest just a little bit, and he collapses in a heap. Blood leaking out of most of his orifices.
If I come over here, I couldn't like get between Yoan and the other orc, could I?
You'd have to get more towards Vask.
But I could get in there.
Lundgren. You could.
Well,
I'm gonna get in there
If
like that.
If Yoan lets you pass. Otherwise, you're gonna have to make a strength save or a strength check versus a counter strength check.
Yoan, will you let me pass?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And second attack, longsword. Does an 11 hit?
That does not hit.
Okay. All good with me then.
You rush in and you get past Yoan. You just make a wild swing at the orc, and he just kind of blocks it with the haft of his weapon.
Okay.
Lundgren, it's now your turn.
Okay, let's see. Let's do Eldritch Blast. Can I do that without hitting Frederick?
Yeah, you're kind of all squished in together, but you'd be able to make it past him.
Okay.
That does not hit. You
I didn't
summon the
figure.
ability, and it just kind of passes out the other way as a fart.
What?
Okay.
Uh,
All right. Top of the round is now the orc's turn. The new shiny two sword wielding one has kind of gotten his attention, and he begins to try to swing his great axe at you. And just you
All
see
way.
him, you see what he's doing, and as he swings you, you catch it between your swords and pushes it off, and he brings it back for another strike. And does an 18 hit you?
Nope.
All right. And he just brings it down and under and hits you in the gut, but your armor takes all of it, and he just kind of snarls at you angrily.
I'm gonna smile back.
Okay. Yowen, it's now your turn.
all right, I'm gonna backtrack 5, 10, 15.
Doesn't that provoke an attack of opportunity?
Oh, that guy's
It
dead.
does. Not the guy in front of you.
This guy, you would get an attack.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if he slipped by to attack, then how much room is really left for him to hit me with?
To be totally honest, this hallway is rather crowded.
Well, let's just say he auto fails the attack on you. He was trying to attack somebody else.
I just wanted to, like, see if anybody was coming behind us or something. I don't know.
Okay, so you look down through the portcullis and you reveal a dead end with an opening into what appears to be an open cell. Seems a bit odd, but doesn't look like anything's going to be coming from that way that you can tell.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
All right, I'm good.
Tread Skull, it's now your turn.
Okay. So, gonna run over this dead body, and I'm gonna take a pounce at this guy. That's 20 feet.
Okay.
Claw. Woo!
That does hit.
And DC 12 strength.
Right. He saves.
Okay, another claw.
7.
I don't think I'd get advantage on this. We're technically
Nope.
not flanking.
Nope. And that does not hit either.
No prone this turn. And no bite.
Unfortunate. All right, so you rush and you pounce at him. You catch his shoulder just a little bit, and he shrugs off the thing. It doesn't land as good of a cut as you wish, but shrugs it off and manages to just barely miss being bitten and clawed by you.
Since I clawed him in the shoulder, could we say, just for like narrative sake, I land over here?
No, he's a pretty large orc himself.
Fair enough.
And if you wanted to, you'd have to make an athletics check.
Why not? That's fun.
Because it's a tight, kind of very close in space.
Yeah.
Okay, you made it over.
Awesome.
All right.
Why not?
So why not? All right, Frederick's now your turn.
Okay. Righteous Avenger does a 20 hit.
That does hit. And since you have advantage since he's being flanked.
Oh, 24. I'm going to use Savage Attacker.
Okay.
I'll take the 17.
All right. You cut into him, and he doesn't seem to be really all that phased by the cut, but the force knocks him back, and he takes 11 damage.
Is he, is he still alive?
He is still alive and kicking.
Right
You see a bit of...
Go ahead.
That does hit. You see a bit of froth start to appear at the edge of his mouth. And he takes 5 damage.
Okay. And you got the 11 damage for my regular longsword, or was that what you were just talking about?
No, he is resistant to slashing damage while raging, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
He has damage.
he's a
Raging.
barbarian.
Yep, raging halves basically any melee damage.
Slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning, I believe.
Non-magical, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you're a bear totem. For your bear totem, it's everything but psychic.
Which is nuts.
Yeah, okay.
Quick, let me write that into his character sheet.
On the fly.
All right. Bask, or Lundgren Bask, is now your turn.
Huh. I was gonna say, okay. Never mind. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him again, or should I say attempt to?
Hmm.
Yep, alright. I'm attempting. Here we go.
That hits.
Okay.
All right. So you shoot a power of Eldritch Blast right into him. It slams him up against the wall, and he takes 7 force damage. Shakes it off and gets kind of angry.
I'd imagine he's in a rage.
Yes. All right. He gets up and he pushes himself off the wall, and he launches a cut at each of you.
Holy crap.
Is he a polearm guy?
He gets 2 attacks.
Okay. So at Frederick and me, or Frederick and Tread?
First one goes at you,
Okay.
and that's 11, which I don't think hits you.
No, my AC is 11. That's an exact tie.
Okay. Then it does hit you.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure 16 does not even come close to Frederick's armor class. So, okay. Come. There we go. I guess I gotta check to see what I'm rolling for damage. You take 15 points of slashing damage, Lundgren.
Okay. Huh. All right.
So
Gotcha.
he comes up, he drags the edge right across your chest and leaves a blood trail behind. He brings it around and he cuts at Frederick, but Frederick just blocks it and it bounces off the handguard of his sword. It is now Yowen's turn.
Huh. Do I see a lever thing for the portcullis?
There appears to be a locked mechanism just to the right of the portcullis.
Like on my side or the other side?
Yes, on your right side, which would be on the north part of the wall.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang tight till they're done. They're done.
Okay. Tritskala, it's now your turn.
Excellent. I will do what I do.
Okay, that does hit. All right. 7 points of damage. Drop to 3.
Damn!
That does hit as well.
Is he supposed to do the knockdown thing?
He
No,
didn't say he was
get where I
bouncing.
start. I gotta get 20 feet of movement.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So it's just biting and clawing.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 points of damage. That hits.
The third one hits?
Oh. That does not hit. No, it doesn't. Okay, so you jump on his back, you sink your teeth in, and you try to rip it off, but he shakes you off, and you land a strike right across his back. There's this angry looking red line, and then right as you're about to swing in for the other one, your claw catches on the wall, and you just kind of stop yourself, and you almost hurt yourself, but not enough. You stopped before you did any real damage.
Cool. I am done.
Okay, Frederick, it's now your turn.
Righteous Avenger, 22.
That does hit.
I'm going to do my Savage Attacker again. It's going to be 16, 10 slashing, and 6 force.
Okay, he takes 11 points of damage.
Okay. And then regular longsword.
Yeah, that hits.
It's going to be 12 slashing.
Okay, so you bring in your swords, and the first slash comes across him, and he's thrown back by the force. You bring it in, you cut low at his leg, and you get just on the upper thigh and leave a hideous gash there. And he kind of staggers and tests his weight on the leg that just got cut. And he prepares to defend himself, but he's starting to look like he's losing a lot of blood. Okay, Lundgren, it's now your turn.
Okay. So we're going to do the old favorite, Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That hits. Whoop. You splatter him on the wall. Okay. What's it called? Force damage. He takes 5 bits of force damage, and you slam him into the wall, and you just hear this horrible kind of crunching of bone. He barely gets back to his feet, and readies himself, and he places the haft of his weapon on the floor, and he just leans up against it, and he just mean mugs every single one of you. All right. He then kicks the base of his axe up again, and he swings at Frederick and brings that also around towards Lundgren in one giant attack, taking up both of his attacks.
Okay.
Right. It glints off of Frederick's armor. And it misses. You see it coming, and Lundgren, you dodge back and just thuds into the wall, and he just kind of lets it rest there for a second before letting it drop to the floor before he kind of pulls it back to himself.
Alrighty.
All right, Yoan, you going to continue to let these guys take care of it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of crowded. It's 3 versus 1. I thought they could handle it all right, but
We got
Okay,
it.
I was just
Yeah. Yeah.
all right. So we can just skip over your turn, Skala's turn.
Yep.
That hits. All right. You come at him and you just dig your claws right into the base of his neck and just kind of squeeze down. You feel something pop, and there's a lot of blood that wells up around your talons, and he just sinks very slowly, still giving an angry glare at each one of you to the floor, and just kind of slowly goes to sleep and leans up against the wall.
oh,
And his eyes are still open, just staring off into space.
I almost feel sorry for him, but he was going to kill us.
You just tear into his throat and take a decent chunk of meat out there, and there's just this angry looking red space, and you're munching happily.
I would say we should search the bodies.
You
Definitely.
find a great axe and a javelin.
Another javelin.
Okay. More weapons for Frederick.
I can use the javelin.
Okay. I wasn't quite sure. Oh,
can't
wait,
say
that's
that
right.
because I'm
You
a
make
raptor.
That's right. As a druid, you were making javelins when you were doing your artisan stuff.
Yeah, that's technically a lizard folk thing, but I am
Okay.
proficient as a druid.
Okay. So you could do that.
Yes.
Okay.
So do we want to hook around the corner where Tread is, try to get the portcullis open, or go back around to this part with all the dead goblins?
Well, there is a locked portcullis with a keyhole in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if we want to finish the hallway up there, I don't.
Just to
The
save
port-
y'all some time, let's just say you just do a quick reconnaissance on there and you find a dead end.
Nothing
Oh.
down there.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right. Okay. That's helpful.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Get this portcullis open.
The key fits, and you click it into place, and you're able to wind the portcullis up into the ceiling.
Okay. Let's keep going.
You see an open cell. On the southern wall is this massive painting. It has a gilded frame. It's really high, fine details. Very strange to find it in such a place as this. And on it, you see a man. It's of a man with a sword raised high, and this kind of leather armor with crossbow bolts. The small crossbow bolts stored on the vambraces of his armor. Why was that such a hard thing to be looking for? As you look at it, you feel a strange sensation, and all of a sudden, the man bursts forth from the painting, and he comes down and he swings at you, screaming at the top of his lungs. But his sword breaks across your armor and shatters into 1,000 pieces. Seeing this, he falls back against the wall, and drops the long sword handle, and he pulls out a hand crossbow, and he just continues to click it at you and redo the mechanism and click it at you, just looking at you with like this haunted hatred at his eyes. And despite the fact that he's not actually putting any bolt into it. And slowly he starts to kind of calm down, especially, and he freezes and stops as he sees your tabard.
Who do you think we are?
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, another member of the order. How far is the eastern walls? What's going on? Have they fallen yet? Have they made it to the main center of the city?
Fun fact. Don't know.
Are you new? Where's
You-
Saronicus?
You
Where
could
is he?
say-
Where's Tatore?
You could say we are the newest.
Okay. What of the captains? What about Captain Tatore? What about Saronicus? No, how's he taking the death of a thawed?
Wait a minute. Pause for a second. You said Saronicus, like the dude we were originally supposed to ask about.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure it's the same person. I will give him Tatore's journal. Just kind of like, yeah, he's moved on, and I'll give him his halberd because we had that.
You just kind of see this kind of sad realization. Was Argor with him?
I don't know.
That longbowman's just it would never have gone anywhere without him.
But some time has passed. Things are
Man.
not what they what you think they are.
What about Algrim? That surface dweller. What about him?
Do we know anything about him?
Check your letter.
Wait, my letter or
No, Frederick's letter.
Oh shit! Yeah, Algrim. Yeah, he sent me to investigate Cyronicus. I'll hand him my letter.
What in the hell is the House of Alond?
It's kind of this lord that I serve. It's a long story.
They can't be the same Ulgrim Onyx Blade. He was just a captain when they sent him to us. What's going on? And you see that his armor is just completely torn to shreds. Like he's been in a hell of a fight for who knows how long. It doesn't look like there's been any bolts in any of his Von braces for a long time, and you don't know why. If it's just instinct that he just tried to start shooting at you.
I'm gonna just straight out ask him, what year do you think it is?
He gives you a date that is at least 150 years in the past.
Just
From
gonna,
your make a history check. Okay, seeing as you, I'll give you advantage because you know of Ulgrim. Um, that would have been during the old days, uh, the events that led to Sir Ulgrim becoming the champion of the House of Alond. That was probably when Ulgrim himself was in his 100th year.
Hmm.
Still rather young for a dwarf, but some time has passed.
yeah, I'm just gonna get in really close to him, kind of hold him close, and just let him know that it's not that time anymore. It's been 150 years, give or take.
He just kind of limply puts his hand over your shoulder. And you feel him kind of start to cry just a little bit.
Yeah, just gonna pat him on the back. It's okay.
I cock my raptor head to the side a little bit.
He doesn't even see you. He's so kind of overcome with grief.
You I'm just gonna look at Tred and be like, just go eat the goblins. Just go eat the goblins. You're not gonna help in this situation. You might make it worse.
He kind of pulls back. He's like, what if I asked about Steronicus? Do you know what happened to him?
He's kind of a person of interest into some discontent being raised throughout the kingdoms.
What? That that doesn't sound like him. I know
Well,
I know
it's
the
either
loss of his brother was hard, but
either him or
no.
someone using his name.
That elf probably would get into trouble over these times. 150 years. Where's that was a hell to live in. What are the people? Did what the war? What happened to it?
Don't know.
What of the city? Is it still standing?
Yeah, I mean, it just so far it's been empty. Outside of some goblins, you're the first person we've seen.
Now this is a human male, by the way.
Okay.
I was gonna say either he was really old or he's been along.
He was trapped. I says, Amster's forces must have trapped me in that painting. They pushed hard right outside the gates. Some had managed to somehow breach the upper wall, and there was heavy fighting there. Last thing I knew, I was suddenly in a place when there was nothing I haven't slept in so long. For me, it's the same day, but it's been seemingly forever. Like it would not stop.
Well, it's over now. Try to find a little bit of solace in that.
I heard that Ethod was under attack on near the city square, but I didn't think that they gotten so far. What of him?
Who? Ethod?
Yes.
Do not know. Haven't
You can
heard
also
any.
you can check your journal. You can or he kind of thumbs through Tatore's journal and says, "Oh, looks like
It didn't say specifically. I didn't think. Oh, there it is. Yep. Nope. I see it right there. First sentence. You're right. Doesn't give any of it.
oh, looks like Saronicus is alone in this world, losing his brother. Seems like he lost the war too, lost his mind. Don't blame him." He just kind of leans back up against the wall and kind of accepts his fate.
Kind of will.
Who are you?
I'm Frederick von Steuben. And I'm gonna point to Lundgren and Yowen. Yowen.
Yes. What?
I'm just gonna point to them and like just say who they are, and then there's something else in the other room that you'll meet in a little bit. Just give it a little bit of time first.
He he's kind of alarmed by the use of the phrase "something else." Is it a war forged?
No, no, it's a lizard folk, kinda.
Oh.
Not at this exact moment, but give it a few hours.
I'm Athir Folsey.
Say that
Pleasure
again.
to meet you. Athir Folsey?
Here.
Yes. I apologize for having to meet under such circumstances as the end of what I knew to be life, but thank you for whatever you've managed to do in getting me out of. He kind of gestures behind him.
Okay.
I feel he kind of hefts the halberd and says, "I feel Tatore would want whoever found his body to keep whatever he had. That's what he would have wanted. That's the way of the fighter. Man, he was really good with that thing.
Yeah, we know. He was still fighting.
Why was he fighting you?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's some kind of curse or something that brought him back.
But you wear the. I'm sure. No. But how come you? How are you wearing? He kind of leans forward and looks closer. And kind of takes the tabard and looks really hard and said, "How are you wearing a Thaud's tabard?"
I found it. I'll be honest.
And,
I found it. I liked it. I got a sword too. It's pretty neat.
Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else. I just remembered.
Does it involve being rushed by orcs?
No, it does not.
Okay.
But I'll have to think about that later.
I'll be the first to know.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you will. Should we get him some water?
He struggles to get to his feet and kind of pushes himself up against the wall.
Are we talking to a
He-
painting?
No.
No, this is a living man
Oh,
who popped out of a painting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just pretty much just having the worst PTSD flashback of popping out of this thing, meeting random people, and finding out that literally everyone he knows is dead.
That
Except for
sounds
one guy.
terrible.
Just as a side note, Argor was that skeleton with the flaming skull that you kind of obliterated.
Cool.
Oh. in the room with the one polearm master and the ranger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
that makes sense.
The polearm master was Tatore.
Okay, that also makes sense. And the ranger was his friend in life who would never go anywhere without him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That sounds bad.
He says, "How do I get out of here? I need to see the sun."
The
We'll help you.
sun or the fake sun?
The sun.
That does not very
The real. This in the sky. It gives us light. I'm sure you've learned this in school. I don't think the ability of the teachers have degraded that much in 150 years.
No. I know what you mean by the sun, but if you step out of this building, there's this shining thing that
The crystal, yeah.
creates some kind of fake light. People who live underground with that kind of thing sometimes call it a sun. It's not necessarily the sun, but a sun. So you got to be specific.
I need to see the surface. Is that
Okay.
specific?
That is very specific, and you should
We
have
can help you with that.
phrased that appropriately the first time. Just saying, but
I've had a rough day.
I can imagine. So yeah. I guess we could kind of like escort him to the stairs and like you just hang out here for a little bit. We'll be back around in a little bit for you. Or
Okay. So you sit this horribly shaken and broken man at the foot of the stairs in a castle that you've no idea about.
Still got
As
a little
you're walking him back, as you're walking back, he sees the chain and the necklace kind of peek out from beneath your armor.
mm-hmm.
Says, you found a Thought's necklace too?
Yeah, that one involves some weird stuff that like I don't know. It just popped up. So there's this like stone chest out in the plains and me standing on a tower like I was being crucified. The
He's starting
scarecrow
to be
thing.
less. He's starting to be a little less comforted by all of your presences with the story, and he just kind of sits down on the stair and kind of just leans up against it and probably closes his eyes for the first time, and you don't know when.
I put a hand on his shoulder and tell him it's going to be okay.
He kind of jerks back from you in like the "what's touching me" kind of thing.
Mm.
Then he kind of relaxes.
Okay. You've been through a lot. It's okay.
He really doesn't address you and kind of starts to fall asleep.
It happens.
Yep. Been dealing with that for a while now.
Alright, so where are we?
We're over here by the steps, I guess.
Well,
Just to be clear, as soon as they left that room, I was like looking up from the corpse of the orc with like flesh dripping off my jaws and face wet blood. Still
We
a
kinda-
raptor.
we kind of shielded him while he walked by so he wouldn't see none of that.
Got the cloak over the head, just keep moving.
Don't look, child.
I
All
follow
right.
you guys as you keep going.
All right, so if he's resting there, we got a little bit more to check out here. Then we can leave and take him where he needs to go.
Yeah, you want to just check out that room right there real quick, if it's just the one. Maybe more, actually, I don't know.
You get the feeling that there's a couple more rooms in this place, but but you don't know if it's really worth it.
Hmm.
Do you guys want to check out the rest of the
Yeah.
dungeon?
I'm indifferent. It's getting a little late.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That just determines where I bring you guys next time.
Oh,
I think we should be thorough with it because you never know where some kind of magic item might be hiding.
True.
yeah.
True.
As far as that goes, yeah.
But yeah, it's getting late, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So this is where we end tonight's adventure. What will happen next time? What new scarring things will you uncover?